Welcome back to God is Alive. My name is Serena, and here I speak all about what it truly means to have a personal relationship with God. We have faith every day that we'll wake up tomorrow, so I want to start a fire in your heart to stop chasing the temporary things of this world and to put that same faith in God. So let's learn about God and learn to lean on God, because what's the worst that could happen? Hi, my loves. Welcome back to God is Alive. My name is Serena, and today I'm speaking about why do we dim our light? If you clicked on this, I know you know what I'm talking about, and I know I'm not the only one who will do this. We just have this tendency to dim our light, to make ourselves a little smaller, a little quieter, to, not talk so much about what's going on, to maybe kind of hide our faith a little bit in order to not seem like we're pushing ourselves too much on the other person. I have this tendency to make myself a little smaller, to make the other person feel bigger almost. And I used to separate, in a way, my faith from my real life. I remember the first time I ever posted on social media that I believed in Jesus, and I was terrified, petrified, shaking in my boots at what other people would think. And so that's kind of why I'm making this podcast, because I wanted to answer the question, why do we dim our light? Why do we push down who we really are in front of other people? Maybe it's because fear. Maybe we're afraid of being judged. Maybe we're afraid of being misunderstood. Maybe we're afraid of being put in a box. Maybe a little Jesus freak box. But I think too many people are inside trying so hard to fit in. Scared of being judged, perceived for something, that we dim our light. So if you feel like this is you, I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit today. And hopefully by the end of this podcast, I will have gotten you to embrace who you are just a teensy bit more, and to help encourage you to show other people around you who you really are inside. And so today, I'm going to be reading Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. Which is the only verse I'm going to be reading today. I don't know if you listen to my other podcasts. Some podcasts I read 20 verses. Others I read 3. Today it's just one, and it's this one. Jesus says, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light in the whole house. And that same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." So this verse, I'm sure you heard it before. It's not an uncommon verse, but I wanted to dive a little deeper into it. The word light, because this verse was originally written in Greek, and so the word light is phos, P-H-O-S in English. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but in Greek, those who spoke Greek and read Greek, when they read this verse, they knew that figuratively, this word light meant knowledge and truth. To them, when they heard this word light, they would understand it as a type of wisdom that drives out ignorance. So Jesus is saying we are like a light that gives light to an entire house. And what else do we know about light? We know darkness is the opposite of light. Not even that. Darkness is the absence of light. The whole house is dark until you light it up. Because, back then they didn't have light switches and whatnot. They had lampstands and candles. And when you turn on the light, the darkness becomes absent. So what he's really saying is, figuratively, our body is our spiritual house. Okay? Hear me out with this one. And if we do not fill our house, our body, with light, then it's going to be filled with spiritual darkness. And so figuratively, we're not actually filling up our body with a candle, with a light switch. We're filling it up with light. And they knew that light meant knowledge. It meant truth. And what is the opposite of knowledge and truth? Well, I guess lack of knowledge, but also ignorance. Someone who is ignorant is not aware of knowledge, of truth. They are ignorant to it. And so what he's saying is, fill your body, fill your mind, fill your heart with the knowledge, with the truth, not with ignorance. We have a saying, ignorance is bliss. I'm here to argue ignorance can be bliss momentarily, but it's only knowledge and truth that can truly set us free. And if one is ignorant to the truth, ignorant to knowledge, meaning that they do not possess it, then how are they going to know and be able to say that being ignorant is where it's at? That's like if someone was to only be able to see the color blue. Everywhere they looked, it was just different shades of blue, and they're like, yeah, blue is the best color. It's like, how would you know? You've never seen the other colors. Of course you're going to say blue is the best color, because you haven't experienced the other colors. I hope I'm making sense. So really in this verse, what he's trying to say is we are called to drive out that darkness, to drive out that ignorance with knowledge. And we're not only called to fill ourselves up with knowledge, fill ourselves up with truth, but when we do, we want to go out there and we want to share the truth. I want you to just think about it. I want you to think about living in a life where no one knew about candles. There's no such thing as electricity. No one knows what a candle is. And you discover what it's like to be able to light a candle and be able to see in your house at night. Wouldn't you want to show other people how to make candles and how to light up their house as well? It's like the same thing here. Once someone finds knowledge and truth, remaining ignorant is no longer bliss. And they see that for themselves. So in this verse, it also says, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Good works in the original Greek is spelled in English Kalossergon, Kalosergon, or whatever. What it meant was being noble. It meant being inspiring, being an inspiration. And the truth is, we don't do these good works or whatever. I don't sit here so that I can earn extra points in heaven or whatever, or with God. Good works, showing our light, sharing our knowledge, sharing our truth with other people, it's the result of a transformed life. Good works are the fruit, spiritual fruit of being lit up. And so the reason why he calls us to be the light, it's not about us. It's not about self-glory. It's not about making your name known. It's about being able to bring clarity and truth and hope to those around us. Being the light, it's not just about being nice. It's not just about acting good because you have to in front of God or in front of other people. It's the overflow that comes from knowing God. When you truly access true knowledge, true truth that changes you, you're not supposed to shove it down and be like, oh, well, I don't know how this person is going to feel about it. I don't know what they think about it. What if they judge me because they don't understand? Because if we let it, fear can drive us to do certain actions, to think certain ways, to stop us from living in our true potential. And if we are truly made to shine, if we're truly called to be the light, to live with purpose, to help others, including ourselves, see God and know God, then why wouldn't we want to? So I guess what I'm trying to say with this podcast today is, I don't know what people have said to you in your life. I don't know what the world has tried to convince you of. But if you're anything like me, then at one point or another, you have dimmed your light for the sake of someone else. And I'm calling you to stop. I'm calling you to go out there into this world and be the person that you are, whoever it is. To let that person inside show through your words, through your actions. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and just live however you want. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you truly experience that love of God and that truth of God and the relationship with Him, you're gonna want to go out there and tell other people about it. So don't allow any type of fear to hold you back from letting your light shine. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. Today's song of the day is Your Ways Better by Forrest Frank. This is also an incredibly heartfelt song. And he talks about when I'm broken down inside and there's nowhere else to hide, I need a place where I feel known. And it ends up becoming a very upbeat song because he kind of writes in the chorus, I've searched the whole world till my head hurt just to find out that your way's better. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast, and I cannot wait to talk to you again next time.